Okay, are we live again? It says my PC battery is low? What the hell? I swear to God, it's been plugged in. Hold on. Is it actually not? Your PC battery is low, it's saying. My audio is also being wonky, so I'm gonna play it through my... I can't hear it through my headphones, but I'm gonna play it through my computer speakers. So if you hear any reverb through... Oops, light. If you hear any reverb through the microphone, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. It said my computer battery was low, but it's plugged in. And then when I check my computer battery, it says it's fully charged, 100%. That's so weird. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we're almost at the end. We're powering through, baby. Maybe I can eventually switch to my headphones. Let's see. Can't go back to my headphones just because of my audio routing. Oh well. It's just the way I have my audio routed so that I can play Spotify on stream without getting DMCA'd. But damn, I really was. This always happens at the worst moments. I swear to God, this has happened with other games too. Oh boy, well. We're clearly not at the end just yet. I want ice cream. I'm craving ice cream. I'm craving ice cream. Can I not? I don't think I can. It's not letting me. It's not letting me skip. Yeah, I can't skip it. Probably because it's different and it's one I haven't seen yet. I mean, I'm assuming there's gonna be more after this. So, yeah. Damn. It's the same credits we've gotten through before. What I'm guessing is what happened with my computer is that my memory usage probably capped out for like some ridiculous reason. I mean, I had like, a memory leak issue in the past, and I had it fixed, and that's why it used to like shut down during streams. Oh, that's the Fi ending! Well, oh my God. I mean, that's our Fi ending, yeah. Time after time. God damn. Okay. We are close to the end. We have to be. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, we got the Fi ending. Now for true ending. December 25th. Oh, yeah, this is... Are we gonna be Old Sigma? Oh, yeah, the bodies. Now we know what that is. We're gonna be Old Sigma's consciousness waking up in this body. Ow! Oh, damn it, feels like my head's gonna explode. Wait. Huh? Oh, I meant to go up here, never mind. Headquarters, there we go. This is where we want to go. This is where we want to go. Also, I'm gonna check and see if my headphones I can switch to my headphones again. I cannot. Sorry. Alrighty. There we go. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
Today is April 13th, 2029, and this is the evening news.
Also, I'm sorry if you can hear any audio reverb going through the mic. I mean, like the game audio through the mic, too.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I don't have any news to read. All of our station's reporters have passed after contracting Radical 6. So have my... Excuse me.
She's not gonna do it on screen, is she?
Managed to keep us on the air until now. But I'm out of tricks. It's time for me to sign off. This concludes our broadcast day. I pray that someday our world can be cleansed of this horrible plague. Goodbye.
Yeah. So many Persona 3 moments here. For a moment, I just stared at the TV. The world. This is Old Sigma, right? Should I do like an actual like not like bro voice? The roar of the static seemed to fill the entire room until with the click it disappeared too. Had the power gone out? Or should I keep the frat bro voice? Even when he's old. I mean, we've had Old Sigma with a frat bro voice before. I heard footsteps behind me and turn around. That's the robes that Snake had on. You. Oh, it's her.
It looks like the first step was successful.
You killed me!
Killed?
I guess technically you're gonna kill me 45 years from now, but still!
Hey, no need to be rude about it. I didn't kill you. I hit you with the butt of the knife. You're fine.
I'm okay.
Yes, you and Phi needed to experience a state of crisis. That was the only way.
Wait, so am I still young? This is the same signal we just switched back. Okay, so I'm in my young body now. Me and Phi?
Yes, I only told you about you. We also needed Phi to jump.
Is she here? Treatment pod, yeah.
Now, you know what happens next, right?
This is the same signal from the okay. We go to the moon?
Correct. We will be leaving tomorrow, April 14th, 2029. We've nearly finished preparing your shuttle. Only a few last-minute checks and additions. You'll be traveling to Rhizome 9, along with 3 treatment pods.
Addison Clover,
Yes.
right? What about the third one? Who's in there?
Phi. We put her into cold sleep 2 days ago. She appeared at our headquarters and volunteered to be frozen.
Alright.
That
And then we're
wasn't
gonna
the
go
Phi
loop
who jumped from
around.
point C, though.
And then go to this.
It was Phi before she jumped from point A to point D. In other words, she was following the same path you are, and she still is.
Then that means that after you froze her, the point C version of her jumped back into her body?
Yes, the point C version of Phi is sleeping in that pod. She'll
Okay.
stay there for the next 45 years.
Damn. Also, once again, one more headphone check. No, I give up on the headphone check. Sorry.
Sleeping in ice.
Then when she gets to point B, her consciousness will jump to point A, right?
Correct.
Huh. So that's why she didn't look old. So why don't you just stick me in one of those pods?
We can't do that.
Why
You
not?
haven't figured it out? You have to spend the next 45 years working on the AB project. After arriving at Rhizome 9, you must master genetic engineering and artificial intelligence programming, among other disciplines. Otherwise, you will be unable to create Kyle, Luna, and Lagomorph. And, of course, you will need to develop the chromatic doors and the bracelets.
Damn,
You'll also
that's a
be the
tall
person
order.
who summons Tenmyoji and Quark. Once you've completed all the preparations, then the project can actually begin. January 25th, 2074. You will defrost Phi and carry her to the third AB room. Once you've done that, the 22-year-old version of you from point A will force you out, and you'll just go back 45 years to your own body on December 25th, 2028.
And then Smart Sigma's gonna wake up here. And then I change history? Do you really think I can keep the virus from getting out?
You have to. If you don't, billions of people will die.
She's gonna pin it. She's just gonna put all this responsibility on one person.
Only you and Phi can
Or
save
Phi.
them.
Yeah, but Phi's gonna be there, right? Aren't you in us for
I
two?
can't do anything on my own. If this is going to work, I'll need your help.
So what do I need to do?
What do you mean?
Like, what specific actions do I need to take? Even though Kana can actually do stuff wrong because she was aware that, yeah. When Phi and I jump to point A, what are we gonna do then?
You'll both enter the Mars mission test site.
And after that,
I don't know.
my headphones just turned off. Sorry, jump scared me. What if I try turning them back on? I'm gonna see if I can put them. Alright, headphones still not working. Sorry. Sorry for trying that.
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything about what happens in there. We don't know how the Radical Six escaped. We don't even know why it was there in the
Just
first
have a point
place.
after you travel further back in time to tell Akane. Yeah. This is so convoluted. We're screwed.
That's why we need your help. You have the ability to jump through time and across parallel worlds. We need you to figure out what happened in that test facility. Things will be difficult, and I'm sure you will find yourself in a great deal of danger. But I believe the two of you can overcome any obstacle.
Wait. How do you know it's so
The
dangerous?
67-year-old version of you told me what happened. He wasn't able to stop the virus. So I suppose you could say you told me after you failed.
What did I
That
say?
the test facility is full of traps. There was one point. A woman's life was in danger. You risked yourself for her sake, and lost your arms and your right eye.
My arms and my right eye? What the hell? Sorry, the little skinny fingers. Oh my god, look at it. He's a little skeleton. Suddenly a low rumble shook the building. Bomb time. You gotta go, yeah. What was that?
Oh, look.
I moved slowly to the window and peered outside. On the horizon, I could see a massive mushroom cloud climbing slowly toward the sky. I suppose, yeah. It's got the Majima drip. Would we really be able to change the course of history? No, that was the wrong way to look at it. It couldn't be a question. I had to change history. We could save the world. I'm going to change history. I stared at myself in the darkening skies above us and steeled myself. I would succeed. 45 years later. Get the French narrator from SpongeBob. SpongeBob end or beginning. Saw the end or maybe the beginning. Are we still going? Are we actually still going or is that actually the end? Is that it? Oh my god, this just keeps going on and on and on. Oh my god. Well, this is point E. No, point E already happened, yeah. This is after point E, right? This is gonna be after point E where we supposedly stopped everything? But why are we on the moon still if we stopped everything? God, I want ice cream. I have a voice! Is this why we didn't have a voice with Sigma? Because we could tell he would sound old?
I see you've finally woken up, Kyle.
Oh, this is Kyle.
Kyle?
Ah, yes, of course. You've only just woken up in this timeline. It's only natural for some of your memories to be missing.
I lurched upright, jumped off the bed, and ran around to the other side of the partition. The mirror over the sink was covered with a film of dirt. I wiped that off with my sleeve. There was no mistake. The reflection belonged to...
Kyle Klein. So, I'm Dr. Klein? Zero Senior's clone?
What? How do you know that? Shouldn't you still be suffering from amnesia?
Was this K before he went into the suit or something for the game? Oh my god. Stop, Reaper! An excellent question, one I didn't quite know the answer to myself. I knew who Kyle Klein was. In another history, he'd been called K and worn a suit of armor. God, how many Sigmas are there? He hadn't just worn the armor in that history though. He worn it all his life because he's a little baby. Oops. Oh, sorry. I went too fast. He'd been born and raised in this lunar installation, soon to be called Rise 09. Rather than late in his life, Akane appeared as a mother figure and he consequently grown very attached to her. I knew everything about him, but even though I knew it, I didn't feel it. I'm another clone! Every time I looked in the mirror, I saw his face. The spitting image of Sigma Klein in his younger days. So his last name isn't Balls? No! Damn, this is the worst day. Sigma's last name is not actually Balls. Tragic. Oh, sorry, bumped my mic. There was Dio, still handcuffed. I turned back around to Luna.
What day is today?
January 27th, 2074.
And today is the last day of the AB project.
This is the worst timeline, so true.
Akane has explained everything in the garden. And she drew a knife and attacked Phi. How long have I been asleep?
About 5 hours in real time. For them, it would have seemed like a little more than 2 hours.
So they still haven't been treated for their Radical 6?
No, they've all been given the antiviral. It just takes a while to have an effect.
I see. So the consciousness of the younger Sigma has gone back into the past. It should have happened right after Akane attacked Phi, right?
Yes.
Why am I here?
The doctor carried you back here. You were in the pod in the garden.
So the person you call the doctor is Sigma Klein, as inhabited by his age-appropriate consciousness.
Yes, but how do you know that?
Uh-oh, did it go
Dio
wrong?
seems to have remained unconscious.
Uh-oh. Did something go wrong and, like, Sigma's consciousness, young Sigma's consciousness somehow transferred to Kyle?
Yes. I've been administering Soparil whenever he gets restless.
What about the others?
They've all gone off to different areas. Tenmyoji and Quark, for instance.
Oh, he went to the Amogus room. He's gonna play Amogus.
Right! Mr. Klein!
So the sleepyhead's finally up, huh?
What are you two doing here?
You don't know where we are?
This is the upper floor of the pressure exchange chamber. The real one.
Mm-hmm.
We were just about to get dressed and head out.
You plan to return them to Earth, I mean.
Yeah.
Did we
Sigma
succeed in
told
this
us where we can
place?
find the shuttle that brought us here.
I guess Sigma succeeded in
Well,
this timeline.
guess he's not really the Sigma I knew anymore. He's Dr. Klein now, or Zero Senior, depending on how you look at it.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
I'm just curious why you would choose to return to a devastated planet when you could stay here.
How's staying here gonna help? You aren't gonna say something idiotic about how we should wait here until Sigma changes the past, are you? You can't wait for something that's already happened. Grammar doesn't work that way. Hell, nature doesn't work that way. You following me? We've already lived through history. Sigma failed to keep the virus from getting out. About 45 years ago, Radical 6 created a pandemic, and the antimatter reactors blew up. That all happened. Whatever Sigma does in the past, history's not gonna change. In fact, it's because of what he did, or didn't do in the past, that we've got this past and present. Let me give you an example. Imagine a group of 100 motorcycles driving down an endless freeway. Eventually, they hit a junction. The road splits in two. One freeway continues off northwest, and the other stretches out to the northeast. So one guy, we'll call him S, pipes up. Let's go
Signal.
northwest, he says. So they take the northwestern road. But about a mile past the intersection, something horrible happened. A semi driving the other way veers into their lane and
That's an
plows through
aftermath
the
of timeline
bikers.
jumping. You're living behind a timeline of chaos. Yeah, I don't even know what's happening anymore, I'm
90
gonna be
of them
honest.
die. The surviving 10 are wounded, but survive. They don't stop, though. They keep riding down that highway, and eventually, they'd gone 10,000 miles. Then suddenly, something happens that they couldn't have predicted. S, who had survived, suddenly has his consciousness thrown back in time. He ends up back in his own body just before they reach the junction. He remembers everything. So what does S do? What anybody would do. Let's go northeast. That means all 100 of the bikers survive to reach their destination, happy, and they all live happily ever after.
But we are
That's
on
what
that
you're
other
thinking,
timeline.
It's a
though.
great outcome
It
for the
still
100
exists,
bikers
and
that
we're
went
living it.
northeast. But what about the 10 that went northwest and survived the accident?
Huh? Wouldn't
still
it
have to
be
live with that.
9 people? I mean, S's mind went back in time, right?
Oh, right.
Time travel wasn't discovered in our time yet, because if it ever gets discovered, it'll affect whenever. Yeah, I don't want to think about this. Time travel hurts my brain.
Okay,
Thinking
9
about,
people
like,
then.
how it works.
What happens to the reality they were living? Does it just disappear when S changes the past? It's not as if it was only bad things that happened during that 10,000-mile trip. Maybe one of them fell in love with a woman working at a gas station they stopped at and had a child. Maybe one of them picked up a homeless kid who joined them on their adventure. That 10,000-mile journey would be full of stories, friendships, farewells, romances. The loss of those 90 lives is horrible and unfortunate. But what would rewriting their history mean? The 9 who survived lived full lives. How
Yeah,
can
this
it be right
timeline's
to
still
just
gonna exist,
erase all
right?
that?
Like, this is all, like, split
The
timelines
survivors
stuff,
overcame
right?
their
Oh,
own
or it's
misery
not just
and
Fi's
loss
theory.
and made the best they could of the hand they'd been dealt. Isn't that worth something? Isn't that the best thing that humans can aspire to? Is there really any point to a world where everything is happy?
Persona 5 Royal, baby! Third
Are
semester!
people who struggle for a better life just idiots? Being human is about fighting, even when it seems
Past will
hopeless.
always exist, but the
and
future
finding
true. Yeah, the
happiness,
future is
even in a world
always
that hates
changing.
it.
Hello, Jesse. How are you doing? We're at the tail end of this game, but I don't know when it's gonna end because it just keeps going and going and going. Just like Persona 4, we're thinking of all the three modern Personas tonight.
Are you saying that's worthless? If
I
you're
really
saying
want ice
rewriting
cream.
the past will erase all these other timelines, then whatever God wrote those rules can Look, I'm just not going to accept that, alright? You get it?
If Sigma changes the past, then you and Quark will never meet.
Oh!
Is he right?
No, resting on my one day off. Okay. Make sure that okay. Glad that you're resting. That's important. It's gonna end soon. Okay. About how much time would you say is left? Because I'm hungies. Call me Charlie Puth, because I'm hungies.
No, it's not gonna happen. We're here right now.
This is our reality.
This
It's not
is
just gonna
reality.
like disappear,
Even if
right?
Sigma does change the past,
Yeah.
we're not just gonna
The multiverse.
disappear or something.
We're in the Zeroverse.
Then that means we get to stay together?
Aww.
Good.
Aww.
Thanks, kid.
Aww.
I understand how you feel. Why you want to return to Earth is clear. You have lives there, I imagine.
Sometime, like about how many minutes would you estimate?
There are likely people waiting for you.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Have you already said goodbye to the others?
Bye, Luna, Alice, and Clover all saw us off. We told them we'd see them again someday, and then came here.
10 to 15 or 30 plus minutes? Really? Oh, but we're getting some different answers here. Oh no.
They were the only people you want to say goodbye
Like,
to?
from my understanding, it's all just like novel portions from here on out. We did all the escape rooms. I literally got the achievement for getting all the escape rooms, so
No point saying
it's all just
anything
like
to
pure
Dio.
story stuff.
Besides, he's asleep. You were asleep too.
Sorry, but we didn't really
Should I
know
go
much
eat my
about
ice
you.
cream and then come back? Because I'm really craving it. And I'm kind of hungry.
You have a point. Akane was in the armor in this timeline, after all. What about Sigma?
Well, he's not really Mr. Sigma
My next day off
anymore.
is August 1st. You have 12-hour shifts every day. Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry.
Of course. He is Dr. Klein now that his consciousness has returned.
Yeah, but more importantly, he's the guy who brought us all here. Not a lot of warm feelings there, you know?
And Akane?
It's just the climax of Sigma's timeline. Yeah. So we'll be living through the learning how to stop Radical 6,
Never
I guess?
mind her.
Like,
She's
we'll
just
see
like
that?
him. Not the Akane I knew.
Damn. Damn. He thought she was
must have seen
better
some
than
pretty awful
that.
things over the years.
Damn.
Hell, she might not even be human anymore.
Ooh. Jumpy's done with Akane.
But the Akane Kurashiki
The
I
only
know
person offer the one
isn't here.
chosen to go. Yeah, Sigma's been dealt the worst hand here.
She's not anywhere.
Damn. Damn.
In the end, Clover and I were just pawns. Pawns to be used and then gotten rid of.
First Akane, then Junpei, and now Sigma.
Still,
Yeah.
it's not like we're completely resentful. We had to be here to help change the past. That part's easy to understand, but
Kinda sucks though. I mean, Sigma and Phi have it easy.
I wouldn't
They get
say
to go
that.
back to December 25th in 2028.
But they have to do a lot of
They'll
stuff,
stop
though.
the Radical Six and
Oh,
save the
that's what she
world,
means.
and then they'll have a nice, normal future to look forward to. In other words, they get to go back to Point E and just enjoy history like it was supposed to happen.
we don't. We're stuck with Point C as our starting point.
You told us about Ten Myoji's story, right? The one with the motorcycles? It would be like if Alice and I were kidnapped right before the intersection. Then whoever grabbed us takes us to wherever the bikers are going.
Well, Saga made
10,000
Akane
miles to the
actual main
northwest.
character. Yeah, if Akane actually planned out everything to reach this point, yeah, she's like an evil genius.
Don't get us wrong. We know why we had to be here. Without us, S's consciousness wouldn't have been able to go back to right before the intersection.
If that couldn't happen, then the fate of those 90 dead bikers would be sealed. But
It's still not the best situation for those of us left in the Northwest. We're stuck in the reality where the 90 bikers died.
are we just supposed to go live on Earth? It's a wasteland.
Didn't
and
something
what about
start
our
like
friends and
flourishing again though, like
families?
nature?
We left a whole
Yeah, not just the
world
Norwegians,
behind
no,
45 years
yeah.
ago.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it is for the greater good?
It just
She
doesn't
did like
seem
orchestrate
fair,
that with
does it?
Santa.
Yeah, it's a little bit much.
So we went and talked to the old lady.
She told us that
Who are
there
they talking
is
to?
one
Kyle?
way.
Or are they talking to the players? Is this a fourth wall break?
One way we could get back to the past.
Let's say you do go back to
Oh,
the
he's talking-
past.
they're
Wouldn't
talking
that
to Kyle,
cause
okay.
your minds to get thrown back here? That seemed to be how Sigma and Phi's jumps worked, at least.
Yes, you're right.
But this is different.
Different. How so?
From what she said, it sounds like there's a way we can send our bodies back in time too.
It's ridiculous. It would create a paradox. How could you have two Clovers and two Alices at the same time?
But that wouldn't happen.
Akane says there's a way around that.
How on earth does she plan to do that?
Schrodinger's?
Cat.
Oh my god, another explanation. Oh,
Oh,
fine.
hey Kyle.
Okay.
Figured you'd come here eventually.
Where's Dr. Klein? Luna said you were with him.
He said he was tired, so he's off resting right now. There's a bedroom at the
He
end of
just
the
like me for
hallway.
real.
He's in there if you're curious. Oh, right.
Oh, he's like technically your. He's
He
technically
told me
you,
to
but he's
turn on
also
this
like your
hologram
creator,
projector
your
thing when you
dad.
showed up. Want me to start it?
Glad to see you. There isn't anything in particular that I have to tell you. However,
Oh, yeah, there's the
I
fake
imagine there
arm,
are
and yeah,
great
you see it
number
as a
of things
bracelet.
weighing on your mind. I'd I'd love to answer all your questions, but unfortunately...
Is this the same thing that he said before?
You can forgive me. Everything I know. Fire
Oh, no, this is for Kyle.
I have instructed her to answer any questions anyone might have. Anyone other than Kyle, that is.
Damn. Sheesh, bro. Everyone's hating on Kyle.
What does he mean, other than Kyle?
Who knows? Is there anything you want to ask?
Oh, right, well, I guess I may as well cut to the chase. Just who are you, Fi?
I'm not Superman, that's for sure. And I'm not Batman or Spider-Man or Aquaman or a Merman or a Wolfman. I'm not a Brahmin or Common or Ramen. I'm not a Cayman either, so you really don't need to worry about anything.
Please don't dodge the question.
What are you?
About 5 hours ago, Akane attacked you with a knife. That triggered something which sent your mind back to the past, correct? Specifically, you were sent to Point D, April 13th, 2029. On that date, your body was already in Akane's custody.
So she would just
Although
wake
by
up again
then you
here.
were in cold,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have regained consciousness, but your mind was now inhabiting that body. That pod was your home for 45 years. You slept there, frozen, until the time was right. Then on January 25th, 2074, you were finally thawed out, even though you didn't wake up. Still unconscious, you were carried to the AB room. That was when your consciousness changed bodies again. A version of you from December 25th, 2028 arrived, pushing you out and sending you back to December 25th, 2028. This is when you finally woke up. In 2028, you found and joined forces with Sigma, whose older mind was inhabiting his younger body. Together, you attempted to infiltrate the Mars mission test facility. Fortunately, your plan failed. The Radical Six did escape on New Year's Eve. That failure determined the path you followed. Instead of going along the line that branches out to the right from Point E, you headed straight to Point D. Point D being April 13th of the following year. That was the day that you made your way to Akane's hideout and asked to be put into one of the treatment pods. Another consciousness enters your body around that time from the
It's
future.
so convoluted, my brain's like...
It is, of course, the version of you that left your body when Akane attacked you in the garden. This caused the two versions of you to swap places. You moved 45 years into the future, where you woke up on the garden floor. That put you on the line that comes here. So if we discount the time you spent in cold sleep, for you, only 3.5 months have passed since that happened. That being when you were sent back into the past from the garden. Have I missed anything?
No, everything you talked about you got right.
Well, what do you mean by that?
I'm kind of an unknown variable in this equation. You could think of me as a kind of X
Not
factor.
an X factor.
It's taken me the
no.
last 3.5 months to understand it.
I haven't understood anything in the last 3.5 seconds.
I
Could you
feel
please
that.
explain?
It's kind of like the relationship between classical mechanics and modern physics. Strictly speaking, you can't combine velocities with v1 plus v2. v1 plus v2 divided by 1 plus v1 times v2 over c
I
squared
can't
is
do
the actual
physics.
equation. Of course, the sort of velocities we encounter in day-to-day life don't come close to being c squared, which is the speed of light squared. That means that 1 plus v1 times v2 divided by c squared is usually going to evaluate to something pretty close to 1. Since that would mean dividing by 1, it's usually okay to just skip that step and use v1 plus v2.
Bruh.
You see what I'm saying? In most situations, it works, even if it isn't technically correct. So you knew enough to get the stuff you were talking about right. As long as you stick to that, you won't run into any problems.
I don't quite understand.
Time for the sob story. So she can win the X Factor.
In fact,
Stop.
I feel like you're dodging
How's she
my
gonna?
questions.
Wow, Simon.
So is that what you wanted to ask about?
No. What I really want to know is what happened between Christmas and New Year's Eve in 2028.
That's when they were supposed
You and
to.
Sigma
yeah.
infiltrated the Mars mission test site, didn't you?
Yes.
What happened there? How did Sigma lose his eye and both his arms? And why was Radical Six in there in the first place? What could a deadly virus have to do with the simulated mission to space?
Sorry, but I can't tell you that.
Why?
Because it would change history.
For real?
There is a history where the virus didn't escape. That's the line that goes to the right of Point E. In that timeline, humanity isn't heading for annihilation, and Earth isn't red. The future is much brighter. But if I tell you what you're asking me right now, then that reality will disappear. You understand?
You know what? That's
I
fine
don't.
by me.
Why would all of that disappear if you told me what I want to know?
You're about to go back to the past, right?
The past? Don't be silly. I can't do that.
Then where the hell did you learn all this stuff? I just listened to you tell me a bunch of things you shouldn't have known
Yeah,
about.
this is Sigma's consciousness.
You were
right?
sleeping in
Young
the pod
Sigma's
in the garden.
consciousness
You
that
just
somehow
woke up.
went somewhere into Kyle, right?
So how can you know all this?
This is young Sigma's
You know
consciousness.
my past. Sigma's past.
I guess it somehow jumped into Kyle. I was 11 when I was born. My mother was gone when I was born. I couldn't afford to. It all started on the day of my birth when both of my parents failed to show up.
You are not Kyle Klein. Your body is Kyle's.
That's
but your
Sigma. It's young
consciousness is not.
Siggy.
Think about it. Do you really believe you're Kyle? Or could
Then, where
I'm
is
a
the real
Sigma
Kyle's
man.
consciousness?
he was thrown out when you entered?
she's just
right
gone?
now, in
Oh,
a
he's
manner
there.
of speaking. He has arrived at December 25th, 2028. His consciousness has gone into a body from that time. I doubt you know how much the doctor loves Kyle. He raised him on his own. Kyle is irreplaceable. Do you really think he would go back to the past and leave
So,
Kyle
where is
behind
Kyle?
here? I know what
So
I
Kyle's
told
like his
the others,
son.
that
His clone
Kyle
is his
was
son.
Dr. Klein's spare, but that was not his only purpose. Kyle's consciousness is integral to what we are trying to accomplish. This new mission begins on Christmas. Its purpose will be
Sorry,
to
I'm, like,
infiltrate
hungry.
the
I need to-
test facility and prevent the spread of the virus.
Oh, for some comments, the end or beginning bit was true for the game. To the true end of the game, this is all added on to try to make the game feel more hopeful because there was a really terrible earthquake in Japan right before it released, and they didn't want to leave it off. Ah! So this part isn't technically canon. Interesting. That's interesting. Huh. So it would have just ended there. I do appreciate, like, this more explanation. For it to just, like, end at that point, I'd be like, did they succeed? Did they not? I mean, I guess it's up to your interpretation.
For this to
Yeah.
happen,
Interesting.
Kyle is
Interesting.
absolutely necessary.
And
So
that
is this like
why he
DLC or
created
something?
him?
Yes.
Or like just later versions of it released with it?
So now that my consciousness has entered his body, the Doctor has achieved his objective. Kyle has gone back to 2028 to participate in his mission.
Correct.
There's one thing that troubles me. Kyle was created before reaching point B from point D. That means his body did not exist on
Yeah, where is
Christmas in
his
2020.
consciousness?
Does that mean he has entered my body? Have we just switched places?
I suppose you could put it that way, yes.
That's ridiculous. What's going to happen to me? You telling me I have to spend the rest of my life here in this box, living in a borrowed body?
No, not at all. You can travel freely through time and space.
Siggy can go wherever he wants!
Uncontrolled variable that entered our closed system. As such, the rules of this world do not apply to you.
I have no idea what...
Please don't try to play dumb. I know what you are.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That sentence is ruined for me. I'm...
Surely you must know by now, too. You are about to go into the past and save the world. Vi and Sigma, even with all of his future knowledge, will need your help. Only you can right the horrible wrongs of our past. Only you can save the world.
There's no way I...
Yes, there is. You have to. Don't you
Bro
want
essentially
to
was just
know
bored.
the truth?
Or, no, he lived for 20 years.
Don't you want to know what happened in between Christmas and New Year's Eve in 2028?
Well, yes, I do, but...
Then you must believe. Reality is shaped by what we believe reality should be. If observation can change the motion of a particle, then how is it odd to think that human thought can shape reality? Your will can change history. The world will be reshaped into the one you imagine.
Okay.
Remember what I've told you. Only you can change history. Only you can save the world.
Okay. Now I'm going back in time, yeah, yeah. Alternative end. Caught a glimpse of another time. Ooh. Okay. Is there anything else? Ooh, Akane ending. Is that everything? That's everything. That's it. I guess that's actually it. Totally 2 to 3 consciousnesses of 2 to 3 different beings going through time and trying to stop Radical 6. Okay. So we're done. We did it. Did I platinum this game? Do I have oh, can I look at Steam? I'm missing 2 achievements somehow. Gained all trophies. Found all the files in VLR. I'm missing a file. I'm missing a file. I'm somehow missing a file. I'll get it on my own time. It's fine. It's fine. You know, I'll just go to this point and look through my files and see which ones I'm missing somehow. Oh my god. Dot sim! I thought we were done with the dot sim, but thank you! But yeah, I'll do this on my own time, but oh boy, no, we did it, we did it. Wow, we did it. That was wild. I still don't really know what happened there. I gotta think on it, but yeah. But yeah, it's 5:30 a.m. for you. Oh yeah, sleep is important. Sleep is important. I need to get some sleep. I need my ice cream. Then I need to get some sleep because I am going to stream early tomorrow. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll play some Honkai Star Rail. It'll just be a pretty casual stream. I won't be doing anything like major or anything. My brain's really, yeah, I got Radical 6. My processing speed, that's why it's going to take me a long time to like think through all this. Yeah, we'll play some Honkai Star Rail, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. We'll just do some farming and whatnot, probably a little Memory of Chaos too. Very casual. But yeah, that's all. Thank you all for being here. We did it, we finished it, and then next week we'll continue with Yakuza 0. Since we're done with this, we'll just go headlong into that with my baby girl. With my baby girl. With my silly, my precious, my silly, hee-hee. Hee-hee, that's me. Am I gonna play Zero Time Dilemma at some point? Probably, yeah. I probably will play it at some point. Probably not for a while, since I have a couple other games that I want to play that are coming out soon as well. But I'll try to get to it eventually, for sure. Yeah, I think we'll have Yakuza 0, that I'm pretty early on in it, that I'm playing. And then I think I might play The Great Ace Attorney then after that. And then, I don't know about at what time in those playthroughs Persona 5 Tactica will come out, then we'll play that, and then whenever Persona 3 Reload comes out, we'll drop in everything for that. But yeah, we're gonna spend all our time with our baby girl. My silly. I need to see him, I miss him. But yeah, that'll be all for tonight. Thanks again, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night. Get some rest. I know there's a lot of people here who need rest. Get some rest. Sleep is important, rest is important.